I've been a fan of pro wrestling for as long as I can remember. As a kid who loved superheroes and comic books, I was drawn to the larger-than-life characters, storylines, and athleticism, but as much as I enjoyed watching it on TV, nothing compared to actually seeing it live. Back when the WWE was still known as the WWF, my father used to take me to live events at the Buffalo Memorial Auditorium. I cheered the good guys like Hulk Hogan and the Ultimate Warrior, and booed the bad guys like the Evil Iron Sheik and Rowdy Roddy Piper. These live events were a huge bonding experience between my father and myself, and it's a tradition that I've continued with my family to this very day. Unfortunately, the WWF only came into town a couple of times a year, and I was always looking for ways to replicate the live experience. I got my wish in 1991 while visiting the arcade in my local mall, because this is when I first saw the WWF Wrestlefest arcade game. WWF Wrestlefest was a sequel to WWF Superstars, which was a professional wrestling arcade game released by Technos in 1989 and the first WWF arcade game ever released. This game was a dream come true for wrestling fans, as it featured not only WWF wrestlers, but also some of their signature moves and mannerisms. Players select two wrestlers to form a tag team and compete in a series of matches to earn a title shot at tag team champions the $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase and Andre the Giant. This game was a lot of fun and extremely well received, so programmers began working on a sequel. In 1991, WWF WrestleFest was released to arcades, adding new characters to the roster, as well as enhanced graphics and sound. WWF WrestleFest also adds support for up to 4 simultaneous players and has 2 modes of play available: Royal Rumble and Saturday Night's Main Event mode. In Royal Rumble mode, the player picks one superstar and attempts to win the classic Royal Rumble match by eliminating all opponents with either pins or submissions, or by throwing them over the top rope. In Saturday Night's Main Event mode, the player picks 2 wrestlers to form a tag team, which after competing in a series of matches, will eventually challenge the Legion of Doom for the tag team titles. Players can execute numerous double team moves, as well as power up after standing on the ring apron for a certain amount of time. When powered up, players are temporarily given the ability to win all grapples and inflict more damage than usual. WWF WrestleFest was a huge hit in arcades, but unfortunately, it was never ported to any home systems. In 2012, THQ released a remake of this game for iOS devices under the name WWE WrestleFest. This remake included a roster of contemporary WWE superstars, as well as former performers. Versions for the PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, and Android were announced but never released. In 2019, developer Retrosoft Studios acquired the license for WrestleFest and are creating an official sequel dubbed Retromania Wrestling. Since Retrosoft does not have a license to use WWE wrestlers, the game will feature wrestlers from various independent wrestling promotions. WWF WrestleFest managed to capture the soul of late 80s and early 90s professional wrestling. Whether you're a fan or not, its simple gameplay and wonderful visuals make this game a must-play, and I highly recommend checking it out if you get the opportunity. Till next time.